Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave Cafe and another edition of Bitcoin Technical Analysis for YouTube. So let's begin. Alright, so it's Monday, 4th of May, and let's take a look at Bitcoin. I meant to do a video on Saturday with technical analysis for Bitcoin, but I've ended up doing something a little different with an indicator from TradingView called the correlation coefficient. Go ahead and take a look at that video. I think it's really interesting, and you can see and use this indicator to your advantage when you're looking at different asset classes. So take a look at that. But let's dive now into Bitcoin and see where we are. And kind of where I think we're going here for the next several, weeks or maybe even months. So as part of our red count interpretation, we are still looking at it as having this as a fifth wave in progress that started back in December 2018. We have a wave 1 complete with a strong wave 2 pullback that came near the origin of the wave 1. And we are in the middle of building the next sequence into the fifth wave by developing this larger third wave advance. Now, as you know, the impulsive waves have 5 waves, and if this is going to be a third wave, it has to be really aggressive and impulsive to the top side, but we're just in the beginning phases of it. So we got to complete this wave 1 up. We're going to have to get a correction here in this intermediate second, followed by a 3, a 4, and a 5. A very good target for a third wave on here of this primary degree, it's about 42,810, where this kind of third wave will travel 161.8 multiple of wave 1. So if we take the fib multiple of this wave 1, this is the targets, and I think they're pretty realistic. Now, to get there, we would have to obviously complete first wave 1 up first. Now, if I go back and just kind of take a look at the 1-day chart, we are just in the initial phases of it. I have this counted as a leading diagonal. I'm going to keep this simple for you guys here. I'm not going to get into all the counts within here, but we're counting this as a leading diagonal in a wave 1, a very small wave 2 pullback, and then which means that wave 3 here should be rather aggressive. We're not sure exactly near term here what's going to happen. This could be a fourth wave triangle followed by a fifth wave, maybe a little bit longer here. Maybe we can get an extended fifth wave as part of the structure in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a larger fifth. But I would like this third wave to be a little bit longer than wave 1, at least 161.8 multiple of wave 1, if not longer, to start qualifying for a stronger third. If this wave 3 ends up being a little bit smaller than 1, then wave 5 has to be smaller than 3, and that would kind of put a little bit of it will temper down the aggressiveness of this wave 1. So we'll see. Ideally, we do want to get above this 10,500 overall to start considering that we are returning to a bullish outlook into the price of Bitcoin. So overall, this could be a bullish progression, and we're monitoring as such. If I go to my secondary interpretation, which is the yellow count, so this is my secondary count, it's a very valid count where we're saying that we're actually in a big triangle consolidation here. From a top of a wave third, we're looking and do a triangle in a wave 4, which is in progress. We have an A, we have a sharp in B, down in C here in 3 waves, possible D wave or D wave still under development on here, and then we still got to do an E wave and then go back up higher. 3 waves up in an ABC 4D, and now we should start moving lower here to complete this E wave. But for that, guys, I need to see a little bit more from Bitcoin moving lower. So I need to see the price getting aggressively to the downside, start giving me some kind of an impulsive move in 5 ways, maybe a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For a 1, and then do a 2, 3, 4, and 5 for A, then we do a B and a C. So there's still, a lot of time here to squeeze between now and the end of that wave E. But for right now, the market, near term here looks like it wants to move a little bit higher. This has the look of a triangle or some type of a flat correction in here. So we'll see if we got to switch to this red interpretation and continue to look back up higher. I do have smaller smaller time frame counts for my clients in here that were monitoring beside the room, and we're taking trades based on this. So I'm not going to get a whole lot into this, but under the pin count interpretation, we're looking for the moves to continue a little bit higher. Either this wave 3 is complete, or this wave 3 has to be moved up here, followed by a fourth, and so on. But there are interesting trades that could be taken here. So if you want to take advantage of that, come into the room, and we'll get into a lot of details about the internals on here. Now, going to this other count as the silver count, this is also a bearish count, which is not the most bearish I've got, but one of them. And this one says that we're still in a corrective move down as part of the second wave. And this is a W, this is an X, and then we're doing an A, B, and then a C to the downside. The problem here is that this sharp rise here in the second wave, it's pretty strong. We've hit an 88.7 retrace of this wave 1, and the market needs to turn here aggressively lower, and it seems quite unlikely from these levels. So we'll continue to monitor this. Obviously, the moment we're breaking above this 10,500, this count will become invalid, and we'll switch up to a more bullish interpretation. Now, this Y wave here can be a whole lot of different things. It can be a flat, it can be a triangle. So there are several interpretations, but the moment we actually even break above this 13,800, this will kind of be left back into the dust. All right, so yeah, this is what I have in Bitcoin for now. I wanted to take a look at a little bit of the MAs. This is a weekly chart up here, and you can see how the 200 a week moving average, it's continued to hold the price. It's been testing several times here before, right down into this December 2018 lows. We've tried to penetrate through it, and the sell-off that we had in March, but we quickly shoot back up above it, and we are still keeping the price and the momentum above it, which is a good indicator of continued upside strength. And if I go to a daily chart, so you could see here the 200-day moving average, we broke above it. It's a nice bullish indication. The 55, it's turning as well here, so we're going to be looking for a possible cross here in the future. But for right now, we're going to consider this as a good signal to the upside. So anything that's going to come below here, it's going to offer support at about 8,000 zone. Also on the candle charts, we're looking at this as being a nice bullish engulfing. And after this major rejection that we've gotten since March 12th lows, this is pretty encouraging for a move to the top side. Now, mind you, again, we got to break above the 10,400 and then above this 13,800 zone, and then we can embark higher. But this is a very nice indication of strength to come. We do need to get, obviously, a more of a confirmation here for the month of May, and let's see if that's going to happen or not. If the markets turn bearish from here, if we do a very small kind of candle to the month of May, and then we do a bearish black candle on here, then this more than likely will not be confirmed. All right, so yeah, this is what I have in Bitcoin, just a very kind of small outlook in here, and just a short video for YouTube. And if you guys like this content, give me some thumbs up, and come visit us into the Telegram channel. We got a pro trading room where we dive into details into all the counts, and I have regular updates on there, and you can take advantage of that by trading with us. So until then, good luck trading, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.